Says I'm live. I don't. There we go. We're live now. This is Randy Carvin in Kirksville, Missouri, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for Saturday, my last day of the week, uh, March the 13th, 2021. Help is on the way, baby. I was just silently, or Grace has headphones on. She's on NBC News that we get over the air. And I saw where one lady, I guess it's her family too, in here in Missouri, uh, got 7,000 today deposited in her account. I don't expect for mine; it'll be weeks before it comes. Because more than likely, even though they told me the first one was direct deposit, and it wasn't, it was mailed by check. I had the receipt where, or deposit slip where I deposited it in the bank. The last one came by mail, took from January 3rd to January 20th. But we shall see how that works out. Let's see. We always have to beat the Republicans while we're here. And Democrats are doing the United States a huge favor. No more struggling to get by, reducing childhood poverty. I've forgotten the figure on that. I've heard so many different figures, but it'll cut it by at least a third. They're even thinking about making that provision of the tax credit permanent. I think it should be. And I hope, for gosh sakes, with uh, President Biden and Vice President Harris going on the road to sell this to the American people and let them know what they're entitled to get, I think we're going to win over a lot that, well, how do I put it, voted for the other guy uh, as this goes along. Uh, in case you don't want the devil's money, get in touch with me. I'll see that it goes to people like the Salvation Army, organizations here in town to help people in need. Uh, and you don't want that devil's money. I mean, that's where it's from, if that's what you believe. All right. 253 bills in 43 states. If passed, it will suppress voting for decades. This is the new Jim Crow law that Republicans are doing across the nation. And that's why it's so important H.R. 1 and H.R. 4 get passed to where if this is the case in 2022, it's going to be harder than ever for Democrats to win because they don't want black people and people of color voting. Even uh, I'll get to it. If I don't get to it today, I've got that Republican's name written down in Arizona who admitted everybody is not supposed to vote, according to him. Yeah. Um, the Floyds win the civil suit for $27 million, but I thought his brother expressed it best that he would give it all back if he could get his brother back. Michael Flynn pardoned by the other guy. We shall see what the investigation, its findings were turned over to the U.S. Army. Flynn's troubles aren't over yet. He didn't report as a retired general that he was working as a foreign agent for Turkey. So that investigation continues on and was turned over, ended, but it turned over to the U.S. Army. Uh, and another And we're still wondering why the one guy that used the fire extinguisher and threw it at officers is still not been picked up. But a man named Seebeck, who ripped the radio and badge off the officer being beaten with the Blue Lives Matter staffs and American flag staffs, uh, has been arrested. He was released. Get this. He was released under his own cognizance, which doesn't make any sense. They found the badge buried in his backyard, and he was released to go home. He's not a flight risk. I wonder if that would have been the same if he had been had brown skin color or black. I don't think so. Baby, that doesn't happen. Black votes matter with other groups, including Stacey Abrams' group. Uh, Put a full page ad, I believe it was in the Atlanta Journal and Constitution, the 56th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Uh, and what they're asking is Georgia corporations like Home Depot, Coca Cola, and others stand up for the right side of history. Putting pressure on corporations is the right way to prevent these bills from becoming law in Georgia. New CDC and OSHA rule coming up maybe as soon as Monday for businesses to enforce masks. Uh, and this flies in the face of a lot of states now. They're telling them not to wear masks. We'll see how that goes. The other guy is battling, this is funny, the RNC over his name and image being used. The other guy wants all the money and all the donations. And the RNC even kissed his ass and said they would hold a good portion of it down at Mar-a-Lago. But what I last heard is he's still balking about him using his name and his image in any way. Now, how can the Republican Party tout candidates and you can't show the other guy or uh, use his name? Oh, not business as usual. Now, airlines are going to be able to not furlough their employees because of the new COVID relief bill or law. Uh, and what do the Republicans worry about now? The estate tax, of course. Oh, that just shows you they have nothing to work with against this uh, legislation and Biden signing the law. They have nothing else to work with. They're pissed that rich companies, apparently like airlines, are going along with this because it's going to help put their employees back to work. And they don't like that. And the only talking point they've got now is worrying about the wealthy and the estate tax. Holy shit. Uh, and I stopped at that time right after that story to watch Bill Maher real time. And I made notes to myself there. Uh, and he brought this up. During the pandemic, the huge corporations made more money than before the pandemic. Top 1% made out like bandits that they are, brothers and sisters. Oh, here we go. Republicans, uh, Representative John Kavanaugh of Arizona. There's a fundamental difference between uh, Democrats and Republicans. Democrats value as many people as possible voting. Republicans are concerned about fraud, so we don't mind putting security measures in that won't let everybody vote. But everybody shouldn't be voting. He went on to say not everybody wants to vote and probably aren't informed. Uh, the Republicans, want uh, quality of voting over quantity of voting. Yeah, fool. Yeah. Knowing this country should ask you to qualify to vote. This is anti democratic. In fact, there's no test to vote in this country, or shouldn't be. Uh, and lastly, but not least, Michael Cohen met with Cy Vance, Manhattan district attorney, for the eighth time, and this time in person. Uh, they may be pressuring Alan Weisselberg to flip on the other guy. Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful? Weisselberg goes all the way back to working with the other guy's dad. So he knows where all the bodies are buried, as well as what Michael Cohen doesn't know. So that will be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And that's about all I got uh, for this evening. Hello, Dennis, and hello, Carol. Uh, got five people out there, two lights all right already. And like I said, this is my last one of the week. Gonna kick back, enjoy some music, Grace and I, and I'll be kicking out a few tunes out there. Takes a lot longer, but I, it will take a lot longer simply because I do like to put the release date, and in some cases, you end up with when the video was released. One that I've got on Chuck Berry right now. The video was actually done in 1955. The song Little Queenie was released in 1959. It was something about he was doing a package tour in 1955 and he happened to perform Little Queenie during that show. So I've got that out there. I've got some other ideas. Time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this weekend. And it's back to it on Monday. Uh, there's a whole lot still out there that has to get done uh, by the Democrats. And hopefully, the American people, 70 something percent, were in favor of the COVID relief bill. And that included Republicans too. It wasn't just Democrats. Like I said, if you don't want the money, get in contact with me. I'll relieve you of that. It's either that or you need to send it back. You don't want the devil's money. You don't want Democrats baby eating and drinking blood. So send it back. All right, I'll let you go with peace. Resist, persist, and I insist that our resistance keep up for the next 4 years. We got a long ways to go. We got to hold the majority, uh, and I think we can improve that majority by quite a bit. But one of the two tenants at the bottom of this, we have to get HR 1 and HR 4 passed to protect ourselves from decades of Republicans being able to win everything because uh, they don't want all voters to vote. All right, that's all I got. Have a good one. Go down, like, and share. If you're new here, outside of the blue room or even in the blue room, subscribe. Another thing I will point out, if I find anybody putting pornography sites on my after comments, uh, they will be reported to Google, and Google will take them down and you're reported. So that is shortening your range. So don't do it because I will report you. All right. I want you to, why did that pop up? Cursor lays somewhere, boom, stuff comes up. All right. I'll let you go at this time. Have a good evening. I appreciate you watching, sharing, and liking. Uh, Blue Dot family is still growing. We've got a lot of work to do. I'm not going anywhere. This show is totally free. It's just I do ask for a little help that helps pay the bills to get this thing done. All right. Have a good one. I'll see you later on this evening. Bye bye now. Share this shit. Bye bye.